Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be around the world watching here on the FIBA YouTube channel. Welcome, everybody, to the FIBA Asia Cup Saudi Arabia 2025 qualifiers. This is game day number 5 here for our qualifiers, and this stream is brought to you by the Smart Live Stream app. That is where you can watch all of the games live. You are from the Philippines, you can watch this Gilas game against Chinese Taipei on the Smart Live Stream app. So don't forget to head on over there if you want to watch the games. But if you want to talk about the game and if you want to talk about all of the intricacies about this game between Philippines and the Chinese Taipei, stay on here on the FIBA YouTube channel and join me here on our chat party. By the way, my name is Kobe Dial. Good to be here with every one of you watching here on the stream. Thanks to everybody tuning in. I see we have already 130 people on the stream right now. So welcome, welcome. There's a lot of rookies, first subscribers on our stream today. So thanks a lot for joining us here on the chat party for the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Saudi Arabia 2025, that is just a corner away. But before that, we have to settle which teams are going to make it to Saudi Arabia and which teams are going to be officially qualified for the FIBA Asia Cup. The Philippines, as maybe a lot of you know, is already qualified for the FIBA Asia Cup. This is a game that obviously means a little less for the Philippines, but it definitely means so much more for Chinese Taipei. They are currently the third seed right now in their group, so they are in need of keeping that third spot. They're currently at 1-3 right now, Chinese Taipei. They are negative 60 in the plus minus differential, and they definitely want this win against the Philippines, who, by the way, has not lost yet here in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. They are 4-0. They have 8 points to their name. Chinese Taipei has 5 points to their name. So they definitely want to get a win here against the undefeated Philippine team. It's going to be hard, especially with the momentum that this Philippines team has on their side. But when you look at Chinese Taipei, they have some reinforcements coming from the last time they met the Philippines. The Philippines won that match 106-53. That was their previous matchup, the previous time that they met. But as Coach Tim Cohn said, this is a very, very different Chinese Taipei team. They do have some reinforcements from the Japan B League, the CBA as well. So it's going to be tough. And, Coach Tim has been very vocal about how this is not going to be the same Chinese Taipei team that they're going to be going up against. So they definitely don't want to let their guard down and don't want to let any easy buckets or any easy points come the Chinese Taipei's way, especially when they have a big loss in that center spot with Kai Soto. For those of you who don't know, Kai Soto went down with an injury when he was playing in Japan. So unfortunately, it was an ACL injury. So that is going to be a big blow for Coach Tim and Gilas Pilipinas. But fortunately for them, they do have reinforcements on their side with Troy Rosario coming in to step in. AJ Edu is going to be suiting up as well for the Philippines. So they do have some backup for Kai Soto, but it's not going to be the same. But it's all a matter of finding those spots where AJ, the likes of Junmar Fajardo, the likes of Troy Rosario are going to fit into this system. And hopefully they can get a win here against Chinese Taipei. But again, talking about this Chinese Taipei team, they are no slouch at all. They won. They had a win against Hong Kong earlier in this window. That was the one and only win that they had, keeping Hong Kong without a win for this qualifying tournament at 0-4. Chinese Taipei, again, like I mentioned before, they are 1-3, and they had a pretty good game against Hong Kong. And one of the players that was key for them was Brandon Gilbeck, who really took care of the paint for Chinese Taipei. He had 5 blocks in that win against Hong Kong, so really doing a good job at protecting the paint and making sure that no easy buckets are gonna go through him. So the Philippines are definitely gonna have to take a look at that and have to be aware of that, especially with their guards like Dwight Ramos trying to get in to the painted area. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. So something to watch out for if you're the Philippines. Gilbeck also had 7 blocks in their loss against New Zealand. That was a tough game for Chinese Taipei, but again, him on that defensive end was very, very crucial despite the loss. And again, that's something the Philippines will have to watch out for. So let's see what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think here on the chat party. I want to know what you guys think about this matchup against Chinese Taipei and the Philippines. I see one commenter that saying that this might be an easy trip for the Philippines. Again, this is a very different team, so you never know. In the game of basketball, you never really know how the game can just turn on you very, very quickly. So let's see what Chinese Taipei has in store and what the Philippines has in store. The ball has already tipped, by the way, and we are underway here for this matchup between the Philippines and Chinese Taipei. Again, this isn't a crucial game for Chinese Taipei because they want to keep that third spot in their group. All of the third placers in the 6 groups are going to have a qualifying tournament of their own to determine who takes those final spots in the FIBA Asia Cup. So keeping that third spot for Chinese Taipei is going to be very, very important. If they don't get the win here, Hong Kong is going to have a chance. They have to take care of New Zealand, though, in their next matchup. So it's going to be tough. But again, like I said, in the game of basketball, anything can happen. 2-0 is currently the score here. Chinese Taipei up on top. The Philippines are looking a little bit cold and just out of rhythm right now. Extreme contrary to what Chinese Taipei is looking at. So again, at the start of games, you want to make sure that you execute, because executing in the first couple of plays are going to be crucial. 3-point shot was a miss there by King Shen Lin, but Brandon Gilbeck was able to collect that board. We're back on here on the offensive end, and it's Lin who has that triple off the inbound. That was a very nice play between Gilbeck and Lin. So that's going to give Chinese Taipei the 5-point lead here. The Philippines, can they answer? We're looking for a bucket. And where do they go? They have to look for, where they excel in the most. And I think that's going to be the height advantage. This is not a very tall Chinese Taipei team. Aside from Gilbeck, they're lacking that size. Hard on the inside with a nice jumper for 2, and there you go. First 2 points up on the board for the Philippines. Score is 5-2. So now Philippines are starting to run their offense a little bit. That was a very nice offensive possession for them, but Chinese Taipei still, that was a close shot. That was in and out for Lin, but it was almost in. So they're getting some quality shots. It's all a matter of looking for, it's all a matter of making those buckets here. 5-2. I want to know who you guys are supporting here on the chat party. Let me know. There's 292 of you on the chat party right now. So let me know who you are supporting. I know I see a lot of Philippines early on, but maybe there's some fans of Chinese Taipei right here who can watch on. Well, now I see 323 people on the chat party. All right, so we are rising in numbers as this game goes on. So continue on here Tell your friends, tell everybody that we are here on the chat party. You guys can watch along with us and join in on the conversation. All you have to do is go to the FIBA YouTube channel, click the live stream, and join us here. And then you can watch the live stream. You can watch the games on the smart live stream app if you're in the Philippines. 5-2. Our score right now. Justin Brownlee at the free throw line, trying to give the Philippines some boost of energy. And the free throws are obviously a great way to get into the game when your offense is slow and the ball just isn't finding the end of the net. You want to get some easy buckets at the free throw line to try and warm up a little bit. Sometimes we just need a little bit of warming up to get into the rhythm of things. And now let's see how far that'll take the Philippines here. Chinese Taipei with a basketball. Let's see how this play is going to go. Newsom getting the steal. That's going to be a turnover. The Philippines will have another possession. Nice pass on the inside to Junmar. Oh, and Fajardo loses the basketball. That might have been a block. Gilbeck on the inside, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. That was a great charge by Chris Newsom to draw that foul on Brandon Gilbeck. But again, Chinese Taipei, that was a very nice pass to Gilbeck on the inside. And if Newsom was just a half second late, if he was a half second late to get in front of Gilbeck, that was an easy bucket. Easy bucket. So to anybody saying that this is going to be an easy win for the Philippines and that Chinese Taipei might be a little bit of a slouch, that's definitely not the case here. They are fighting and executing some well-oiled plays here. Meanwhile, the Philippines look very, very cold and just unfurnished right now. Oh, that was a nice defensive stop. Good block there by Lin. Shot in on the inside is no good. Three-pointer on the way. Can they get it? Yes. Quan Chuan Chen with the three-point basket for Chinese Taipei. It's a 4-point game here. Where do we go? Brownlee. Oh, now it's Gilas setting up their offense here. Newsom to Brownlee. Justin with a left-handed floater. Oh, that misses. Dwight Ramos gets the rebound. Brownlee a three-pointer. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Philippines answering with a three-pointer. Score is 8-7. 1-point game. Brownlee hasn't missed a shot. Oh, sweet jumper from Ting Shin Lin. And by the way, Ting Shin Lin wasn't on the roster the last time Chinese Taipei faced the Philippines. So he's one of those guys that the Philippines don't have a deep scouting report for. So he's going to be very unpredictable. Let's see how far his offense is going to go. Another missed opportunity there, though, for Chinese Taipei. It's the Philippines who have the possession here. A bit slow here for Gilas. Corner triple. Brownlee. That's good. Justin Brownlee. Another three-pointer, this time in the corner. He's got 8 points of the Philippines is 10. Another three-pointer coming up here. That's good for Chun Xiang Lu. Man, the three-pointers are falling for everybody. But right now, Chinese Taipei just hitting a couple more. They are in the lead. Thompson, banker. That was a good bank shot by Scotty Thompson. His first bucket of the game. Credit that assist to Junmar Fajardo here. That's Gilas back again here. Thompson is going to get inside to Brownlee. Brownlee puts it up, and a foul is called. So now Justin Brownlee going to head to the free throw line. Now, what about Justin Brownlee, though? What a start to the game for the guard, the forward from the Philippines. They call him Magic Brownlee. And for very good reason. Whenever the Philippines need a basket, he is right there to get it for them. And now he's at the free throw line to try and give them some more here. So again, let me know. Let me know who you guys are supporting. I want to know also what you think about the Philippines' start to this ball game. Because to me, it looks like a very slow start. It looks like they're a bit tick-tacky with their offense. And by that, I mean they just don't seem to trust their offense right now compared to Chinese Taipei, where they are just running play after play. And it doesn't matter if it's a missed shot or if it's a make shot. They're not getting discouraged by it. Even more, they're actually just even more motivated to run back on defense and to get back on the offensive end as quickly as possible. That's the type of energy you need as a team so that you don't get deterred. In a game of basketball, it's a lot about obviously the skill and the analytics part. There's a lot of that, but you have to have some feel for the game as well. And right now, Chinese Taipei looking very, very sharp to start off this one. Philippines back at the free throw line, though. And of course, who else than Justin Brownlee to be back here for the Philippines? Just a reminder to everybody watching on the live stream here, or joining us rather here on our chat party. You can watch the games on the Smart Live Stream app if you're in the Philippines. That's the best way to watch all of the Philippine games. Even the next upcoming game for the Philippines, you can watch that on a Smart Live Stream. And while you're watching there, join us here on the chat party so you guys can chime in on the discussions and we can talk about the game as much as you want. Brownlee splitting the free throw. 1 for 2. They does give the Philippines the lead here. A 2-point lead. Now back in the hands of Chinese Taipei. Let's see what they can do. Gadiaga kicks it out in the corner. Ball right back to Gadiaga. 3-pointer in the corner. That is good. Oh, what a shot. That was tough with a defender draped all over him. Still got it in. And it's a 1-point lead for Chinese Taipei. Brownlee, what a pass to Fajardo. Junmar can't finish. Oh, what a misplay for the big man from the Philippines. Score is still 16-5. Let's see what the chat says here. All right, Senorito Burrito saying here, the problem with Chinese Taipei is that they can't stay consistent with their new naturalized players because we have seen them start off very strong, but their quality starts to wear off as the game progresses. I agree. I think that that's obviously a big part of the game of basketball, and specifically for this team, that's a good observation because when you have some new players on your squad, you tend to try and it's a slow integration whenever you have anyone who is new on your squad. So they always say that it's a blessing and a curse whenever you have new players because you take some time to integrate them and get to know them in the offense. But also having new players can also breathe in some fresh life and some fresh offense into your arsenal. So I completely understand. I completely agree. And I think right now, though, that as we wind down the clock here in the first quarter, this strong start for Chinese Taipei is starting to be a strong game. I know it's only the first quarter, but if they can continue to play like this in the second quarter, I think we can say that it is more than a strong start. And just as I say that, Ting Xian Lin gets another bucket. He's got, let's check how much he has, but he gives Chinese Taipei the lead here, 18 to 17. Scoring is going crazy now, says here by Boog and Jazz. I agree. Everything is going down here. AG Edu just hit a shot on the other end for the Philippines. That puts them back in front by one. 3-pointer on the way. That's a miss for Gadiaga. Full court heave to Newsome. Chris almost got it. Could not finish though. Score is 18 to 19 right now. Let's take a look. See how the game progresses here. Edu with the outstretched arm cannot block that shot from Ting Xian Lin. What a game he is having right now. He's got 9 points in this ball game. 20 to 19. Oh, Chinese Taipei almost getting another steal here. And they do. The steal is completed. 3-pointer. That time won't go. That was a miss. Ramos looking for an open teammate. He finds Chris Newsome. Newsome, that 3-pointer bounces off. And it's Chinese Taipei who has the basketball here. They have a chance to extend this 1-point lead under a minute to play. Gadiaga, layup, shot no good. Follow up by Quan Chuan Chen is good. That's a 3-point lead for Chinese Taipei. Gilas cannot reach their intensity in this game, says one of our chat party members. I agree. The intensity, the energy, it is not there right now for the Philippines, but it's there for Chinese Taipei. 22 to 19. You can thank a lot of buckets on on the inside. That was some quality battling on the inside there by Quan Chuan Chen. Battling for that offensive rebound is one thing. Gathering the shot and getting it back up into the hoop is a whole other thing. That takes grit, that takes determination, and that takes a lot of skill. And give credit where credit is due. Chinese Taipei with a very, very strong start here against the Philippines. Senorito Burrito, the presence of Kai Soto in the paint is missing, and the Philippines is really missing that figure for their defense. That's what we talked about earlier in this stream. The absence of Kai Soto is something that this Philippine team is greatly going to miss. It's what the fans know. It's what Coach Tim Cohn has said. The moment that Kai Soto went down with his injury, and it's being very, very evident here against a not so tall Chinese Taipei team. Shot clock and game clock expires. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. The shot by Ting Xian Lin was no good. But what a start. What a start to the first quarter for Chinese Taipei. And like I said at the beginning of our chat party, everybody, in the game of basketball, anything can happen. You don't know what a team has in their bag, what energy they're going to bring onto the floor. No matter how predictable you might think a game goes on, that is never the case with basketball. We've seen it time and time again in the international scene, in the professional scene. Teams tend to play at their best when they have nothing to lose. But also teams play at their best when, one, they have nothing to lose, but also have everything to play for. And Chinese Taipei is right in the mix of that. They have nothing to lose in the sense that, well, they lose this game, they still have one more win than Hong Kong. They keep that third place. But also, if they win, they're going to be the first team to beat the Philippines in this qualifying tournament. And that's big considering how this Philippine team has played all throughout. Very strong start. I know it's just a 2 point lead. I know that tides can change. Again, that's how basketball works. But I'm very, very impressed with how Chinese Taipei has come out and played those first 10 minutes. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know here on our chat party. What do you think about the start from Chinese Taipei? And is it sustainable? That's the key question I'm putting out to everybody here. Is it sustainable? And can Chinese Taipei hold on and keep their momentum and keep that energy as we head into the second quarter? Let's see what the people say here. Eddie Wow saying here, Taiwan very very strong. He said it in Filipino though. He said lakas ng Taiwan. Well, Chinese Taipei right here in the second quarter, up by two against the undefeated Philippine team. How can they respond? First shot of the quarter is a miss by Dwight Ramos. So no basket for the Philippines. It's time for Chinese Taipei to reignite some of that offense. They had a bit of a slow end to that first quarter. So now it's time to reignite that. Oh, what a move there from Mohamed Gadiaga. That was such a tough move. He got fouled in the process. And he's going to head to the free throw line to shoot some free throws. Again, for everybody watching here or for joining us on the chat party, thank you first and foremost for joining us. We appreciate you joining in and listening in on our chat party. But also, if you want to watch the games, head on over to the Smart Live Stream app because that's where you can watch all of the games, especially this one between the Philippines and Chinese Taipei. Score is 23-20. Chinese Taipei up by 3 here. Oh, they get a steal. Gadiaga all the way, lays it up and in. And that is a 5 point lead here for Chinese Taipei. You can see I am a big believer and a big watcher in body language. And you can just see the body language of this Chinese Taipei team. They are not scared whatsoever of the Philippines. That 4-0 record that they have is nothing, means nothing to Chinese Taipei right now. They are just taking full advantage and making and taking shots as much as they can. Gadiaga, a 3-pointer. Wow. What a shot. Big time shot. He's got 9 points now, along with King Shin Lin, two of the top scorers for Chinese Taipei. Gilas Pilipinas needs a timeout because, well, they're down by 9. Well, excuse me, they're down by 8 rather. What a start though. What a start for Chinese Taipei. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is exactly what Coach Tim Cohn was saying. This is a completely different team. No matter how much you try to deny it, when you change or when you add 3, 4, 5 players and you integrate them into your team, that is a completely different team. We play 5 players for basketball. You change 4 of 5 in your rotation, historically, a 10-12 rotation in international play, that is a completely different team. And we know it. Coach Tim Cohn knows it. That's exactly what he said to the press about this whole matchup is that they cannot let their momentum and their guard down, especially when there is very little to expect from this Chinese Taipei team. And now they all coach for the record though, Coach Tim Cohn has also said that he believes this is going to be a very strong fight. So expect the Philippines to come out with some momentum and some runs as this game progresses. It's not always going to be like this. But again, give credit where credit is due. Chinese Taipei putting on a show and showing us exactly why you have to respect the game every single time. So some substitutions here. Scotty Thompson will check into the game, and Chris Newsom will take seats. Score is 28-20 with Chinese Taipei with a basketball. They're running their offense, trying to find an open teammate here. Off that screen, 4 seconds to shoot. They're going to run out of clock here. Gadiaga goes all the way, draws the foul on CJ Perez. And Mohamed Gadiaga will head to the free throw line here to shoot some free throws. A chance here to make it a double-digit lead for the first time in this ball game. Not what you want to see. You're a Filipino fan. Again, score is 28-20. And now it's 29-20 with Gadiaga hitting that free throw. 10 points tonight for Mohamed Gadiaga, averaging just about 16 points. And he goes 2 for 2. That's a 10-point lead here for Chinese Taipei. Now that Chinese Taipei is getting some momentum, Gadiaga again, he makes it a 12-point lead. Again, the lead is a dozen for Chinese Taipei. Well, the Philippines doing a very bad job at taking care of the basketball. 6 turnovers in the game for them. Chinese Taipei has only turned it over twice. They get another opportunity here, though. Gilas Pilipinas with the basketball. Brownlee almost losing it. Man, that defense from Chinese Taipei is just amazing. They are getting and covering their man extremely quickly. That's something that you love to see. Playing hard-nosed defense and forcing a turnover on Carl Tamayo. Ball back into the hands here of Chinese Taipei. The three-pointer, that's missed for Chen Hao Ma. Chinese Taipei has held on to this lead for the past 10 minutes of active play. Oh, Scotty Thompson that time taking it hard into the painted area to draw the foul. And again, like we mentioned earlier, you want to get your momentum going, you want to get your offense going, time to take it to the free throw line. Time to look for some easy buckets to try and find some momentum. So Scotty Thompson is at the free throw line here for Gilas Pilipinas. So far today, Scotty has 4 points. After that first free throw, has 5 points now. Scotty cuts this lead down to 10. Still a very long way to go if you're the Philippines. Chinese Taipei here back with the basketball. Oh, three-pointer. Shot there by Chen Hao Ma and EJ Edu fouling the three-point shooter. AJ cannot believe it. He has his hands up in the air asking everybody, how was that a foul? Oh, the referees had a better view of it than I did. I'm watching miles and miles away from the arena, and they are right there in front of that play. So they saw something we didn't, and they take the free throw here. Chen Hao Ma rather takes the free throw to add to this lead here. So I'm seeing a couple of chats now from a mix of fans from the Philippines and for Chinese Taipei. I'm very curious to what you guys believe is going to be the key here for Gilas Pilipinas. How are they going to fight their way back into this game? Where is it going to start? And how is it going to go? Let me know here on the chat party how you think Gilas Pilipinas is going to make their comeback. And what does Chinese Taipei have to do to take firm hand of this lead, even firmer than they already do, as Dwight Ramos gets a left-handed lay-in to go and cuts the lead down to 11. Chinese Taipei back with the basketball. 11-point lead for them. Shot on the inside, no good. Rebound here to Justin Brownlee. Oh, that's another turnover for Gilas Pilipinas. That time by, I believe it was Dwight Ramos. Jumper, no good. Chinese Taipei gets another opportunity though. Corner three by Gadiaga is no good. And the Philippines will have another opportunity. They draw the foul. Chinese Taipei drawing the foul here. We're approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter. Carlos C saying, "Ang tatapang mag-drive ng kalaban." That's in Filipino, and in English that means the opponent is so confident when they're driving to the hoop, and I agree. The physicality of this Chinese Taipei team is extremely different from the last time they faced the Philippines. So I am surprised, but also not extremely surprised that the way they're attacking that basket is with the utmost confidence. They get another foul here. So play has stopped, but play will now continue as ball is in the hands of Junmar Fajardo. That shot is blocked, but there's a foul. Foul is going to go on Quan Sean Chen. Saw that right on the replay. Fajardo drawing the foul on Chen. So he's going to head to the free throw line here. So the free throws are going to be an avenue for the Philippines to mount a comeback. It's not going to be easy, especially with the circumstances that they're at right now. Again, Chinese Taipei, this is their home crowd right now. So all the momentum is on their side. That's another thing that I want everybody to remember. This is the home crowd for Chinese Taipei. So they have that support in their background ringing every time they bring down the ball, every time that they take a shot. So the Philippines are really coming into this one as not just the visitors, but, well, the main enemy, the main antagonist of the show. Chinese Taipei back with the basketball here. Try to see if they can add to this lead. Jumper, no good by Ting Shin Lin. Scotty Thompson with the rebound, finding Brownlee. Brownlee, the open triple. That's good. A much needed triple for the Philippines. Only a 7-point game. Chinese Taipei back with it. Jin Honma. Ball right back to Ma. 3-pointer, hand in his face. That is good. Boy, tough shot after tough shot. Chinese Taipei is just taking firm control of every single basket here. As much as you think that they have some timely buckets, Chinese Taipei answering right back. The Philippines there with a 3-pointer of their own, courtesy of Chen Haoma. And the lead is back to 10 very, very quickly. So now, with the Philippines playing on, the home soil of their opponents, the key here is going to try and limit their momentum. And I think with the way that Chinese Taipei is playing right now, they are just feeding off of the energy here from their home crowd. The officials are taking a look now at a play between Chiang Chun Cheng and AJ Edu. Trying to see if there was any flagrants or additional fouls that need to be made. Edu really got hounded and hacked on that one. Chang did a good job at making sure that AJ did not get a shot off, but a little bit too aggressive. Score is 38-28. 4.7 to go here. And AJ Edu is at the free throw line. We have 340 on the chat here right now. So let me know who you guys are supporting. If you are just joining us, welcome. Welcome to the chat party here for the FIBA Asia Cup Saudi Arabia 2025 qualifiers. My name is Kobe Diao, by the way. And you guys can join us here every time for our chat parties for Pilas Pilipinas. This live stream is brought to you, or this chat party rather, is brought to you by Smart Livestream. Livestream where you can watch Pilas Pilipinas games and every game here for the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. If you're in the Philippines, you can watch it right there for free. Shot is a miss for the Philippines. 8-point lead for Chinese Taipei. Trying to add to it. Oh, what a slam. What a dunk by Chen Hao Ma. My goodness. That was all over the defense from the Philippines. And he's still pumped. He's still very much excited about it, as you should. Take a look at that over Junmar Fajardo. Wow, what a dunk there. For anybody who doesn't know, I am from the Philippines, and I have been watching Junmar Fajardo for a good amount of my life. And that might be the first and only time I have ever seen anybody dunk on Junmar Fajardo. Might be the first, might be the second, but all I'm saying is it is a rare occasion for Junmar Fajardo to get dunked on. Give yourself a round of applause here That was an extreme dunk by Chen Hao Ma. Score is 40-32 in favor of Chinese Taipei, an 8-point lead. Tell me you guys saw that. If you're on the chat party right now, tell me that you saw that dunk. Because I can't be the only one who gets excited about it. That was an insane dunk. Ball back with the Philippines though. Only an 8-point game. Philippines are very fortunate that it's just an 8-point game as Justin Brownlee cuts the lead down to 5. There's that magic again. Justin Brownlee already with 19 points, shooting 4 for 5 from the 3-point arc. That is an extreme automatic bucket machine. 3-pointer, this time from Chinese Taipei, courtesy of Xian Lin. Wait, they are going back and forth. Whenever Lin and Brownlee are on the floor, it is just bucket after bucket after bucket. Well, that time Brownlee turning the ball over to from the Philippines. Take a look at that replay there from Xian Lin. 3-pointer was right down the middle. (43-35). Just 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Brownlee getting a steal there, gives it off to Thompson. Scotty with a miss. And Brownlee just too late on that one. Ooh, that was a very, very tough play between Brownlee and Jinwei Gao. Wow, things getting very frisky between Gao and Brownlee. They're going to call the foul on Justin Brownlee, and that's going to send Jinwei Gao to the free throw line here, shooting 2 free throws because everybody is over the foul limit now with under 2 minutes remaining. Mark on the chat party saying, it's only the first half, but I feel like it's going to be a loss for the Philippines. Hey, again, you never know. With the game of basketball, you never know how the tide is going to turn. We thought that this was going to be an easy one for the Philippines and that Chinese Taipei was going to be a walk in the park for them. That has proven to be not the case. And I think if this game says anything, it's very unpredictable. You never know if the Philippines can come out of that second half and come out guns blazing on Chinese Taipei and just shooting the lights out from downtown or getting some quality buckets. But right now, this is, like we were talking about, this is not just a strong start for Chinese Taipei. This is turning out to be a very strong game for them. 47-38. Brownlee, the 3-pointer. No go. Oh, Edu skying in there for that rebound. The big man from the Philippines getting the job done. And AJ Edu drawing the foul. That tip in by Junmar Fajardo will not count. Wait, but what about Chinese Taipei though? Tough bucket after tough bucket. This is what happens when you play in front of your home crowd. Brigitta on the chat party is asking anywhere to watch the game. Well, if you're in the Philippines, you can watch the game on the Smart Live Stream app. Completely free. That's where you can watch it. And join in here with us on the chat party while you're watching the game so that you can watch along and talk to us about this one because it is shaping up to be a very exciting game between Chinese Taipei and the Philippines. Only a 7-point game. I feel like with how Chinese Taipei has played and how the Philippines has played, I feel like this should have been a very larger lead than it actually is. Philippines get another stealer. Ramos slams it home. Dwight Ramos with authority getting the dunk there over on the fast break, and that is going to be a 5-point lead for Chinese Taipei. They were up by as many as 12 at one point, and now the lead is 5. So who was that? To Mark on the chat saying that, well, hey, I feel like this is gonna be the end game for the Philippines. Right now they're chasing. Right now they're facing a 5-point deficit. They were down by way more earlier in this game, and now as we head into the halftime break, momentum is on their side. You cannot tell with a game of basketball. Anything can happen. So only a 5-point cushion, 47-42. Man, what a slam there from Dwight Ramos. So already in this game, we have seen 2 tantalizing poster dunks. One from Chen Haoma from Chinese Taipei over the 7-footer Junmar Fajardo. Well, he's 6'10". To me, as someone who is just under 5'6", that's still a 7-footer in my book. But we saw that dunk from Chen Haoma, and then Dwight Ramos reigniting some energy for the Philippines. Has 7 points and a highlight dunk on the fast break of his own. Now the Philippines have control and try to take some momentum before we head into the halftime break. About a half-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ramos for 3. That's good. 2-point game. 2-point game here. That's it for the first half. Shot is a miss from Chun Xiang Lu. And we have a ball game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. What was once a 12-point lead is now cut down to just 2. Coach Tim Cohn is not happy, but the Philippine crowd who are in attendance at the venue are the complete opposite, because they were afraid that heading into the halftime break, this was going to be a 12-point lead. This is going to be, a dozen lead. That is not the case. The Philippines picked it up as we wound down the clock in that first half. They out-rebounded Chinese Taipei down the stretch, 22-19, off of the very well-experienced hands of Justin Brownlee, who has 19 points in this game. And they're only down by 2. Now, I know Dwight Ramos isn't the leading scorer right now for the Philippines, but that 5-point swing, the dunk, and the 3-pointer, that was the biggest momentum boost that the Philippines has had the entire game. For Chinese Taipei, they had momentum boost after momentum boost in that first half. They saw some quality production from Mohamed Gadiaga. Ting Chen Lin hit a couple of timely 3-pointers for Chinese Taipei, just reigniting their offense and keeping them up in front against the Philippines. But down the stretch, executing down the stretch is why and what matters the most. And that's exactly what the Philippines showed there. Orchestrating some excellent quality offense and making sure that they head into the halftime break with momentum on their side. I was talking earlier about how body language is a big factor in the game of basketball. Well, right now, the Philippines have the best body language right now on the floor. There's a they have max aura at this point against Chinese Taipei. But I will say Chinese Taipei is still up by 2. They still have the lead. And heading into the locker room, that's something that they can look onto. That's something that their coaches can say, hey, we gave up a 12-point lead, but we're still up at halftime. We're leading a team that is undefeated in this entire qualifying tournament. Keep your heads up. Make sure that you're ready for that second half barrage because the Philippines are going to come out with it. And I'm sure Chinese Taipei is going to come up with it as well. Boy, what a game. What a game here we have on our chat party. I want to thank everybody who has joined us so far. If you still have friends and family who are not here on our chat party, please tell them to join. We're live on the FIBA Basketball YouTube channel for the FIBA Asia Cup Saudi Arabia 2025 qualifiers. This is the Philippines versus Chinese Taipei. The Philippines are 4-0 in their group. Chinese Taipei is 1-3. Chinese Taipei needs a win here if they want to stay alive and stay put in that third spot in their group. Why, you might ask? Why is third place so important for Chinese Taipei? Well, there's going to be another separate qualifying tournament for the third best team across all the 6 groups for this qualifying tournament. And whoever comes up on top in that one will determine the final spots for the FIBA Asia Cup. So third place is the lucky place for Chinese Taipei. They have some very, very good odds with Hong Kong. They have a tough matchup coming up against New Zealand. So that is going to work to Chinese Taipei's favor. But they have to get the job done here. If they don't win against the Philippines, they will at least have to keep things close to make sure that the odds will still swing in their favor. So again, join us here on our chat party. If you haven't yet, invite your friends, invite your family to join us, and we can talk all about the game. We can talk all about basketball and the intricacies of all of it. We can talk about anything about this game here on our chat party. But if you want to watch the game, if you want to watch all of the action, if you're in the Philippines, you can head on over to the Smart Livestream app so that you can watch the games there all completely for free. So again, shaping up to be a very exciting game between these two squads. Contrary to popular belief, to what everybody was saying earlier on when we started and we opened the live stream, it was all the Philippines. It was all high hopes for the Philippines, rightfully so. They have a big following, fans all over the world, basketball loving country, rightfully so that you give your praise for the Philippine team. But there was a lot of people saying and just writing this game off like an easy win. If you know the game of basketball whatsoever, you know that there is no such thing as an easy win. Every win has been hard fought. Even the games that are won by 50 points, all of that just comes from extreme hard work. And right now, Chinese Taipei is working the hardest to stay up on top here at halftime, 47-45. So if you're here on our chat party, please do join us and talk to us live here about the game. Let me know what you guys think about how this game has all unfolded. So let's talk about scoring. Leading scorer for the day is Justin Brownlee, and that is across both sides of the court. He has 19 points to his name and showing some quality production for the Philippines, as he usually does for this squad, racking up 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal as well for the Philippines. So some quality shooting for Justin Brownlee. Meanwhile, over on the Chinese Taipei side of things, you can see that Tingxian Lin is working extremely well for Chinese Taipei, 12 points, shooting 45% from the field and shooting 42%, or excuse me, 50% from downtown. 2 out of 4 from the 3-point arc for Tingxian Lin. Mohamed Gadiaga has 13 points and he is shooting 40% from 3. Chinese Taipei as a team has 7 3-pointers in this game, and the Philippines, well, they fought back later on in this one and hit a couple of timely 3-pointers, so they have 6 to their name. But it is going to be a tough ride for both sides as this game goes on. Well, talking a little bit more about the analytics, the analytical side of the game, Chinese Taipei shooting 39% from the field as a team. The Philippines shooting 39% as well. So again, it was that late stretch in the game where the Philippines really turned the tides and fought their way back. And that is a big reason why that field goal percentage is up. 12 assists in the game as a team for the Philippines. Meanwhile, Chinese Taipei with 10. The defensive end has been key, though, for Chinese Taipei. They have 6 steals to the Philippines' 3, and the turnovers are evident to that, with Chinese Taipei only committing 4 turnovers for the entire game. Meanwhile, the Philippines have 9 turnovers here in this one. So something to keep an eye out for and something to keep very, very close to you. That basketball needs to be right on your person to make sure that you do not give the opposing team some easy buckets in transition. So we are moments away here from the tip of the third quarter. So talking about Chinese Taipei just a little bit again, I have been extremely impressed with Mohamed Gadiaga, who came out of the gates just electrifying his team and igniting a very different sense of energy for this Chinese Taipei team. He's shooting 57% from the field. Hasn't had a rebound or an assist just yet, but that's okay. What his team needs from him, is that offensive prowess. And he has been so good for this team, contributing 13 points in this one. He's the leading scorer for Chinese Taipei. Again, Ting Qianlin is right behind him with 12 points, shooting 45%. The next leading scorer is Chen Haoma with 8 points. 2 points out of those 8 points came off of an electrifying dunk over Junmar Fajardo. I'm sorry for all the Philippine fans out there. Again, I'm Filipino. I am from the Philippines, but I have to say that dunk from Chen Haoma was just that got me off my seats, and that got me pumped up for this game. Dwight Ramos for the Philippines came up big down the stretch. He now has 10 points, shooting 4 for 7 from the field, 57% shooting for him. Has 3 rebounds, and he's one of those very beefy guards from the Philippines who can get physical when he needs a basket. And you saw as the time was expiring there in that first half, just how physical and just how skillful Dwight Ramos is and can be when he takes full advantage of that size advantage that he has against some very smaller guards in this qualifying tournament. We see a lot of Filipino fans in attendance there in the arena. And of course, there's a lot of Filipino fans on the chat party as well. So again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who are tuning in, wherever you're tuning in around the world. Thank you for joining us here on the FIBA Asia Cup Saudi Arabia 2025 qualifying tournament. We want to say thank you to everybody who has joined us so far and encourage everybody to join us and tell your friends to join us here on our chat party, because we could talk and talk about the game as much as you want here. If you want to watch the game and you're in the Philippines, you can download the Smart Livestream app and watch it for completely free. Hello to Jun Kang Lee, a new subscriber, a new member of the FIBA YouTube channel. It's almost game time here, and we are waiting for the first possession between the Philippines and Chinese Taipei. Play continues here in the third quarter with Chinese Taipei with possession. Let's see if they can come out of the gates here still hot and shooting, and yes they can. Chen Haoma, a 3-pointer to his name, has 11 points now and gives Chinese Taipei a 5-point lead. That's his second triple for Chen Haoma, as Junmar Fajardo on the other end gets a shot for the Philippines. Score is 47-50. Chinese Taipei up in front. Another 3-pointer. That time no good by Ma. Ramos with the basketball now to Scotty Thompson. Thompson working. Brownlee thought about the jumper, loses a hand of the basketball. Ramos on the inside, no, but a foul is called. Gonna be a personal foul on Chen Haoma, so that's 2 free throws for Dwight Ramos. And he is gonna head to the free throw line here for the Philippines. Ramos with 12 points here in this one. After that free throw. Again, Dwight Ramos, you saw how physical he was getting on the inside there. That's what you want to see. That's the type of physicality that he can play with and the advantage that he has against the smaller teams. It was a miss from Dwight Ramos, but Gilas gets an offensive rebound here. Brownlee in the corner, defender all over him, and gets the triple to fall. That is a 1-point lead to the Philippines. Justin Brownlee, 5th triple of the game, 22 points for him. And the lead is back to the Philippines. Oh, Gatiaga was met mid-air by Calvin Oftana. Almost had an easy dunk, but what a shot from Justin Brownlee. Magic Brownlee indeed. As Gadiaga is fouled. And he will shoot some free throws. First free throw is good. We're tied at 51. Second free throw for Gadiaga is good, so that's 2 for 2. Lead back for Chinese Taipei. Angie Tanugraha is new here on our FIBA member. Welcome, welcome everybody to the chat party. (52-51). Oh, Gilas losing a hand on the basketball there. Coach Tim Cohn not happy. That's another turnover for the Philippines. We mentioned that they weren't doing a very good job at taking care of the ball. That is their 10th turnover of the game now. Score is 52-51. Chinese Taipei gets another wide open three-pointer. That is a miss by Cheng Liu. So Gilas will let that ball dribble out of bounds, and that's going to be their basketball here. So a bit of a slow start here in the third quarter for both sides. Thompson drives his way, gets swatted at the rim. We were talking about how Brandon Gilbeck was going to protect that painted area for Chinese Taipei, and that is exactly what he did right there. Don't forget, he had 5 blocks against Hong Kong, 7 blocks against New Zealand, so he can get for that basketball at any given opportunity. Gilbeck with 2 blocks in this game today. Ramos, the jumper, that's no good. Gilbeck with a rebound. Chinese Taipei still up in front here. An extra pass for Chinese Taipei. Jumper on the way. That is good from Ting Xian Lin. The lead is 3 for Chinese Taipei. And we get another foul. Foul is going to go here on Chinese Taipei. Fouling Justin Brownlee that time. No free throws though. Gilas will take it out of bounds. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Brownlee, jumper, hits iron. That's no good for Justin Brownlee. Another three-pointer on the way. That is in and out for Ma. Gilas, can they get a bucket here? Shot by Oftana was no good. Gadiaga, he's left wide open. Gadiaga, the three-pointer. Mohamed Gadiaga 18 points, shooting 62%, 5 for 8 from the field, 3 for 6 from downtown. What a game he is having. Thompson getting the steal there. Oh, and again, Gilas turns the ball over. As much as they are getting on the defensive end, they are giving right back on the offensive end. There's another steal. Let's see if they can take care of the ball here. Ramos finds Brownlee, the three-pointer, wide open, no good. Rebound here to Lin. Lin driving, shot no good. And Gilbeck is there to clean it up. Brandon Gilbeck, another rebound to his name, this time on the offensive end, and that gives Chinese Taipei an 8-point cushion against the Philippines with just about 5 minutes and 20 remaining in this ball game. Well, you can really see Coach Tim Cohen is at the bench there for Gilas, and he's just lecturing his team. They look like a group of young hoopers, and they're listening very closely to their coach, trying to figure out what is happening. And I think one of the reasons is that Chinese Taipei is just playing their hearts out right now in front of their home crowd. There's a lot of open shots. There's a lot of transition threes that Chinese Taipei are getting. The coverages of Gilas Pilipinas on those offensive sets of Chinese Taipei isn't the best right now, and that's a big reason why they are getting those open looks from the three-point arc. Miscommunication on the defensive end is one of those aspects as well, why the Philippines are down right now. But again, Chinese Taipei is just playing hard. You saw that stop from Brandon Gilbeck, and then working hard even more on the offensive end. That's an 8-point lead for Chinese Taipei. (59-51) is our score here. Shot is a miss for Gilas. Chinese Taipei, another opportunity. Gilbeck tried the alley-oop. Alright, now Chinese Taipei is just playing with some different kind of frenzy right now, because if Gilbeck is trying to attempt alley-oop shots like that, you know momentum is really on their side. Shot was no good though, and there was no foul. So the officials are talking to Coach Tim Cohn here, trying to explain the last sequence of events. Martumpal Jonathan is on our team here. Well, a new member. Welcome everybody to the FIBA Asia Cup Saudi Arabia Qualifiers Chat Party. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. By the way, my name is Kobe Dayo. Good to be here with all of you. And we are very much enjoying watching along with this game, dissecting every play, every basket that we can here. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Drain Threes saying he just watched the game, the Gilas game, and Gilas just missed 3 straight buckets. Well, that is the tough, harsh reality of basketball, and also how this Gilas offense is playing right now. You gotta admit, you gotta love watching Justin Brownlee. 24 points after that bucket, shooting 57% from the field, and just as I say it, Tianxian Lin gets another bucket for our Chinese Taipei. Let's see how many points Tianxian Lin has. He has 16 to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Another miss in the corner, this time by Scotty Thompson. Gilbeck almost losing a hand on the basketball there. Gadiaga with it. Has 7 seconds. Gadiaga the three-pointer. He knew it was a miss. Tried to go for the offensive rebound, and he gets the offensive rebound. Boy, a bit frisky there that time from Mohamed Gadiaga. Here's Fajardo. Guarded here by Gilbeck. Fajardo, the turnaround jumper, and that's going to be a travel on Junmar Fajardo. That also means that's another turnover for the Philippines. They have 13 turnovers now in this game. So again, if you're watching along with us here on the chat party, thanks for joining in and listening in. And of course, chatting with us here on our chat party. But also, if you want to watch the games live, if you're in the Philippines, you can watch it completely free on the Smart Live Stream app. That is the perfect place to watch Gilas Pilipinas basketball. Under 3 minutes remaining here. There was a foul called. Foul is going to go on Tianxian Lin as Dwight Ramos drew the foul on that one. So score is 61-53. It's an 8-point lead for Chinese Taipei. Dwight Ramos is gonna head to the free throw line because Chinese Taipei is over the foul limit. So some opportunities for Gilas Pilipinas to find some momentum, and Ramos misses the first of 2 free throws. The lineup Coach Tim is playing looks like a PBA team with Dwight Ramos on it. Well, the rotations are going to be extremely tough. There's a lot of young guys on this squad that I'm sure Coach Tim would want to utilize, but in a game like this where you're down and you need that veteran presence and you need that veteran mentality as you fight your way back in this game. Let's see if Coach Tim swings things around and brings in one of the young guys to ignite some energy here. Because right now, this squad looks a little bit gassed. Oh, that was a nice find, though, from Brownlee to the cutting Junmar Fajardo to cut the lead down to 7 here. 9 points and 5 rebounds for Junmar Fajardo. Chinese Taipei with the basketball. They're over the foul limit, and there's going to be a foul there on the inside. Oh, one of our members on the chat saying, how are we trailing? Come on, Gilas, let's go. Well, like I said, that is the unexpected, my friend. Game of basketball works in very mysterious ways and funny ways, but it's fun to see when an underdog is leading a powerhouse. And just as I say that, wow, Chun Xianglu with another triple for Chinese Taipei. They are shooting lights out from downtown. 10 threes for Chinese Taipei, and that is going to be a 10-point lead for the home team. Boy, what a shot there. Ooh, things getting frisky between Ramos and Cheng Liu. Liu was asking about a swing that he felt like Dwight Ramos connected on. But nonetheless, it's Dwight Ramos at the free throw line. And you can see the frustration now on this Philippine team. Ramos misses a free throw and there's just a look on his face that he cannot get off. And that's that frustration kicking in. Gilas knows they're playing a very lackluster game, a game that isn't privy to how they usually play. But again, give credit where credit is due. Wow. Chun Xiang Lu. Tell him what time it is, my friend. 12-point lead, 11 points for Liu. 3 triples for him, and Coach Tim Cohen wants a timeout. And they need it here as they are down by 12. So now again, the question remains, do you stick with your veterans? Or do you put in some of your younger guys to ignite some energy, a different flow to the offense here? If you're Coach Tim Cohen, we're going to find out after this timeout and see who is taking the floor. But again, to anybody who thought that this was going to be an easy game right from the get-go, you need to watch and stay updated with more FIBA basketball, my friends, because this is a completely different Chinese Taipei team. Reinforced and rejuvenated, re-energized to face this Philippine team. This isn't the same Chinese Taipei team that the Philippines faced over a year ago now. Very, very different squad, very different arsenal to this team. And they are shooting lights out and playing some extremely good basketball in front of their home crowd. And speaking of the home crowd looks very happy with how their team is playing, and rightfully so. When you take a look at the box score and you take a look at how Chinese Taipei is playing, shooting 41% from the field. They're shooting 35% from the field. And the best part, they've only missed 1 free throw today. 12 for 13, shooting 92% from the free throw line. Gilas Pilipinas has attempted 26 free throws and have missed 6 of it. So that's an easy 6 points left on the table. Gilas is doing a better job at shooting from downtown. Granted, they have taken less shots from downtown. The Philippines is shooting 7 for 18 from downtown. Meanwhile, Chinese Taipei shooting 11 for 31. They knew exactly what the game plan was. Try to outshoot the Philippines because they know that they have that offensive arsenal from downtown to get the job done. They have, let me count it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in... they have 5 players who have a 3-pointer to their name. 5 players who have made up those 11 triples. And meanwhile, for the Philippines, they only have 2 players who have shot the 3-pointer and made the 3-pointer. And that's Dwight Ramos with 2 and Justin Brownlee, who has a bulk of the 7 threes with 5. So it's a very different Philippine offense right now. And Justin Brownlee looking to add to it. 28 points for Justin Brownlee, 71-61, a 10-point lead for Chinese Taipei as we wind down the clock here in the third quarter. It's about a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. That was a block by AJ Edu. Philippines have some time here. They can get a bucket. Ramos all the way. Reverse shot was a miss. Might have been blocked. Thompson, the turnaround jumper, no good. And that's going to be the end. One more quarter to go. One more quarter to fight their way back here for the Philippines, and one more quarter for Chinese Taipei to hold on to this lead and keep the Philippines at bay. Can they do it? There's going to be 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to find out in a couple of minutes what exactly is going to happen here. But that is the end of the third quarter, and what a game it has been. Let's see what people are saying here on the chat party. We have 355 people on the chat party right now, so thanks for joining in. Let's see what you guys are saying. All right, so I'm seeing a couple of people asking about why we haven't seen Carl Tamayo and Kevin Kiambao on the Philippines side. Why exactly? I cannot be the one to say. Again, the only thing that I can credit that to is maybe Coach Tim just wants some veteran leadership, some veteran mentality on the court as they try to fight their way back into this game. Could very much be the case. But also, you're looking at some extremely hard plays here for the Philippines, and they just haven't been able to run their plays to the best of their abilities. They are missing shots wide open a lot of the times. And again, give credit where credit is due. Chinese Taipei is making it extremely hard for them on the offensive end. The defense that Chinese Taipei has showed out here throughout the entirety of this game is extremely impressive. And you have to tip your hat to that. And they've just made it extremely hard here. All right. Game back in play here with the Philippines with possession. They're giving the ball to their main guy in Justin Brownlee, and they give him the basketball here. Another bucket for Justin Brownlee. 30 points to his name, shooting 53% from the field. What a game Justin Brownlee has had. Now Chinese Taipei. Who are they going to look to? They're going to look for Gadiaga. With 4 seconds, back to Gadiaga. Lost the defender on the triple and gets it nonetheless. Mohamed Gadiaga, another triple for him. That is his 4th of the day. And the lead is back to 11. Boy, Gadiaga had Thompson flying by him, stayed poised and in front, head locked on the rim, and made that shot in. Newsom, can the Philippines answer? Jumper by Newsom, that rattles in for Chris Newsom. Lead is cut down to 9. Possession back here for Chinese Taipei. They're up by 9 with 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're trying to get the ball inside here to Gilbeck. Jumper in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound by Gao. 3-pointer for Chien Hao Ma. That's another three for Chinese Taipei. Third triple for Qian Haoma. Boy, first the offensive rebound from Jinwei Gao over the outstretched arms of every taller body on him. Finding the open teammate, Ma the triple. Lead is back up here to 12 for Chinese Taipei. They are saying we are getting torched from beyond the arc. Well, I'll tell you, my friend, the three-pointers is where Chinese Taipei is thriving absolutely. 61 field goal attempts, 34 of those attempts have come from the three-point line. That's how much Chinese Taipei is living off of that three. Well, Gao almost had another triple there for the home team. Lead is 10. Brownlee gets it to Edu. Edu, the jumper. Can't call bank. Thompson with another miss on the inside, but he gets another offensive rebound. Wow, Scotty Thompson doing what Jian Gaoma did. Corner triple. Brownlee, good. Oh, the lead cut down to single digits. Justin Brownlee with 33 points, cutting this lead down to 7. Just about 7 minutes remaining. 5 seconds to shoot here for Chinese Taipei. Gilas, they get a stop. That's what they need. Battle for the rebound, though. Oh, it stays. Oh no, it goes to the Philippines. So the Philippines will have possession. Tides can turn very, very quickly. If you guys aren't watching the live stream yet, head on over to the Smart live stream. Then join us here on the chat party so we can dwell into what this game is becoming. Newsome. The running layup is good. Chris Newsome cuts the lead down to 5, and here we go. Brace your seats, everybody. Five-point lead for Chinese Taipei. Oh, and they turn the ball over. Ting Xin Lin. He was doing such a good job at taking care of that basketball. of Chinese Taipei. They're up by 2. Step back jumper is good for Chun Xianglu. Wow. They are just trading blows here. Edu. Looking for his teammate. Gets it to Brownlee. 8 seconds to shoot. And there's a foul. That was Kwon Chun Chen with the foul, so the Philippines will have possession. Edu to Brownlee. Trying to use that screen. He will get it. Brownlee inside to Edu. Open for the slam. Lead is back down to 2. 79-77. Chinese Taipei with the basketball. AJ Edu has 8 points and 6 rebounds. Just about 4 minutes remaining in this game. They leave him for a 3-pointer. In and out for Chun Xianglu. Now it's Justin Brownlee with it. They can tie or take the lead. Oh, and they turn the ball over. No, Scotty Thompson saves it. Brownlee has 10 seconds to shoot. Here's another size up coming. Loses the defender. Open for 3. Brownlee gets it. Wow, Justin Brownlee. 39 points. 73% from downtown, and the 1-point lead for Gilas Pilipinas. Oh, there was a foul. Chung Shun Lin was fouled. What a couple of possessions for the Philippines. Brownlee getting freed up for the open triple there, left wide open by his defender. I see 440 people here on the chat party. Let me know what you guys are feeling right now with the way this game is going. 1-point game, just 3 minutes and 30 to go. Now it's a tied game with Tianxian Lin shooting that first free throw. We're tied at 80. Lin. Second free throw is good. 1-point lead for Chinese Taipei. Now Gilas Pilipinas. They don't need a 3-pointer. They can just get 2 points to retake the lead. Brownlee almost losing a hand on the basketball. Would have been another turnover. Edu inside to Newsome. The jumper is good. 1-point lead for the Philippines. Lin, the 3-pointer. That is good also. Wow. Tianxian Lin. 21 points. 3 for 6 from downtown. 84-82. Boy, that was so tough from Tianxian Lin. The referees are gonna take a look to see if it was a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer. That to me looked like well beyond the arc. I want to see another. Oh, there's one angle where it looks like those Kobe's were just on the line there of the 3-point line. So it's very tough to say. Let's see what the officials are calling it. That's a 3-pointer. That's a 3-pointer for Tianxian Lin. So it's going to be a 2-point game, 2-point lead for Chinese Taipei. 3 minutes remaining for game time. And the Philippines will have the ball. So there's a foul there. So foul is going to go on Cheng Liu. Justin Brownlee drawing that foul. Liu has to be careful because that's his 4th foul already. One more and he's out of there. Brownlee drives baseline. Oh, and they call it Chinese Taipei basketball. Justin Brownlee is asking for a review, and that's going to be a coach's challenge. Coach Tim Cohen painting the signal. They want the challenge, and they are going to get it. So let's see who really had the last piece on that one. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. It looked like Justin Brownlee had it initially. Looks like Liu had the last piece because he picked out the ball. The question is, did Justin Brownlee still have a hand when Liu poked it out of there? Oh, we're waiting for the review of our officials. Let's see what they call. Oh, and the challenge is unsuccessful. Possession will be with Chinese Taipei. Justin Brownlee cannot believe it. But now Gilas is going to have to play lockdown defense, hard-nosed defense. They're pressing here. They're not going to try to force the 8-second call. Chinese Taipei gets it across half court. They're going to run their play. Running layup, no good. Follow-up dunk by Gilback is good. So the lead is 4 for Chinese Taipei. Thompson looking for that screen from Brownlee. He will get it. Edu, the jumper, that was tough, but he gets it nonetheless. So the lead is still 2. Lin calling out that screen here from Gilbeck. Lin is guarded by Brownlee. See what he does. Empty possession that time from Chinese Taipei. On the other end, the Philippines cannot get anything good on their own also. Now Chinese Taipei has it. In the corner, Gadiaga can't get it to go. Offensive rebound still to him. Nobody on the Philippines was active on that rebound. And that is going to be a tipped ball out to Chinese Taipei. 86-84 is our score, and there's going to be a timeout called here. Chinese Taipei wants to talk it out a little bit. Boy, what a game. There you go. 86-84. Just about a minute remaining here in the ball game. Things have started to slow down a little bit. We saw a couple of back and forth possessions as we head back. It started to slow down on both sides. There was a lot of dead ball possessions as well. from both the Philippines and for Chinese Taipei. So not surprised that it's become very slow right now. And that could be a good or bad thing if you're the Philippines or if you're Chinese Taipei. If you're Chinese Taipei, you want to slow things down because the momentum is starting to shift over to the Philippines side. Now, if you're the Philippines, rather, you'd want to make things a little bit quicker, especially with how this game is progressing. Time is not on their side. A minute and 19 is an eternity in situations like this, but it's not an eternity. It will expire, and time will expire the Philippines eventually as they try to mount their way back here. Chinese Taipei still with a timeout. So does the Philippines. 86-84 is our score now. I see 566 people now on the chat party. Chinese Taipei with the basketball. Three-pointer in the corner. No can do. The Philippines securing the rebound. Just about a minute remaining. A chance here for the Philippines. Brownlee. Oh, he misses the floater. That was a tough one. Three-pointer. Liu. That is good. Chun Xiang Liu getting the three-pointer there for Chinese Taipei and makes it a 5-point lead. Credit that assist to Mohamed Gadiaga, and the Philippines will need a timeout. Romar Hernandez saying this might be a no-bearing game for the Philippines, although they're getting to see glimpses of what this newly constructed Chinese Taipei team is capable of, and the Philippines is going to see them in the future. That is extremely true. Like Coach Tim Cohn said, this is a completely different team to how they were a year ago. Some reinforcements on their side was detrimental for the Philippines, and they just could not respond in time to the firepower of Chinese Taipei. 5-point cushion now. Still some time, but you need a quick bucket if you're the Philippines. Boy, what a display of shooting for Chinese Taipei. 15 three-pointers coming from this squad. 42 attempts. Doesn't matter. 35% shooting is what they can point out to if they go on to win this game. Ball back in play now. Philippines still have 2 fouls to give. No challenges, no timeouts for them. Chinese Taipei have 1 more timeout. Thompson looking. There's a body down. Ramos will lose the defender. Tried for the driving layup. Shot no good. Good try from Ramos, but even better defense from Chinese Taipei to not foul. And instead, drawing the foul on the Philippines, it'll go on AJ Edu. Stop after stop. This Chinese Taipei team has relied heavily on the defensive end and that shooting from downtown to give them this opportunity here. 3-and-D was the name of the game for them. They're letting the clock milk down. Jumper, no good. Gilback slams it home. And for good measure. Oh, and they get a steal. Chinese Taipei ending this game to exactly how they mounted this win. And it's unfortunately already a win with the amount of time remaining on the defensive end. They pulled out and pulled away just in the nick of time. 91-84 is going to be your final score as the clock and game expires. And that'll do it. Boy, what a game. The upset is complete. Chinese Taipei take the victory against the Philippines. They hand the Philippines their first loss here for this qualifying tournament. They will improve to 2-3. And more than anything, they more than secure now that third spot in their group. It's not set in stone just yet, but with 2 wins to their name, Hong Kong with no wins just yet, that is a firm grip on that third spot. What a game from Chinese Taipei. The respect is being shown on both sides, both from the Philippines and for Chinese Taipei. And what more can you say from a team that had everybody going against them, taking home the victory here by 7 points? That was a very impressive performance from Chinese Taipei. The Philippines just lost gas in that one. But like I've said, give credit where credit is due. Chinese Taipei shot the lights out. 15 3-pointers, shot 35% from 3. And they forced the Philippines into some very sticky situations at times, forcing 17 turnovers. They themselves only committed 7 turnovers. That was a crucial part of this ball game. The defensive end and the mix of 3-point shooting was enough to hold off that run from the Philippines. Your final score, 91-84. What a game we had here between Chinese Taipei and the Philippines. And that's gonna do it. Thank you so much to everybody who joined us here and who watched with us on the chat party. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much. At one point we had about almost 600, I know maybe 600 people on the chat party. And remember, we'll be back right here for more Gilas Pilipinas games coming up. They got one more game lined up here, and that is going to be on Sunday at 10 a.m. against New Zealand. That's going to be another head-to-head blockbuster matchup coming up, so you do not want to miss that. Join me there on the chat party and watch along with me as well for that one. By the way, my name is Kobe Dayo. It's been a pleasure to join all of you watching here with us. We hope to see you next time, and thanks for joining us here on the FIBA Asia Cup Saudi Arabia 2025 Qualifiers Chat Party, brought to you by the Smart Livestream app. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.
Growing up to be a boss was the plan. Now I got exotic women getting tans. We just wanna look good at the party. We just wanna be fancy.